Hey Rebel Rezer, I'm Alan Voivod, and this is Star Wars 7x7. So here we are, the 7th weekend of Solo: A Star Wars Story's release in theaters is over, and this is the first weekend that it has dropped out of the top 10, and it is also the first weekend that it has dropped below 1 million in weekend grosses. It happens to the best of them, and it happens to the ones that are not the best of them. But Solo is in 14th place this weekend, having made just a hair under $1 million. It's 982,000 in less than 800 theaters. It lost a whole chunk of theaters this weekend thanks to Ant-Man and the Wasp opening, and the weird thing is that it's actually only just recently opened in Japan, and Japan gave it a whopping $4.5 million in its opening weekend, which was actually last weekend. So right now we're looking at about 211 million in domestic totals for Solo: A Star Wars Story, and 377 million worldwide from Japan. No, don't get your hopes up about 400 million. I don't think that's going to happen. Japan is not going to go that hard at Solo: A Star Wars Story, unfortunately. They will not be able to pull it across the $400 million finish line, I don't think. And we're probably going to lose a few more theaters this coming weekend, with Hotel Transylvania 3 coming out, as well as Dwayne Johnson's Skyscraper, the big actioner that he has coming. So yeah, there you go. So your chances to see Solo on the big screen are rapidly dwindling. That being said, home movie release can't be too far off, right? So let's see if we can do the math here and get a guesstimate for when we should be seeing it available for viewing in the home. If you look at recent trends, The Last Jedi was available in March, basically 3 months after the release of the movie, and it was, March 13th and March 27th, so almost exactly 3 months to the day that it was available in the home. And so we're looking at, if it's May 25th, then it's June, July, August, so we're looking at August 25th, a potential home release date. Websites are saying that the estimated date for release is September, so that would certainly be the case if it was the DVD, because they tend to do the home video release, as in the streaming options, right? They do that stuff about 2 weeks before they do the DVD release versions of it, so DVDs would actually come out in September. So we're looking end of August, beginning of September for your home video release. And considering that The Last Jedi just came out on Netflix, then I guess let's just do that one too. I guess that means that if the deal works the same with Netflix and Solo, then we'll be seeing Solo on Netflix by the end of the year. And after that, well, we start the countdown for Star Wars Episode 9, which would be 528 days from now. It can't come fast enough, and yet it could, it can take its own sweet time. They still have not officially announced the start of principal photography on Episode 9, but that is bound to be happening soon, and we will talk all about Episode 9 when there's some good Episode 9 news to report. In fact, we'll probably be updating on all the things in production this week, since we haven't done that in a couple of weeks, so we'll check in on all that good stuff. Anyway, that is going to do it for the last weekly installment of Scoundrel Business related to Solo: A Star Wars Story. We'll check in on it again and again a couple of times over the summer just to see how it's doing. And, considering the fact that it can, last all the way into September potentially in theaters, then, there'll still be something to talk about here and there. But for now, this will do it for our weekly updates on Solo: A Star Wars Story's box office performance. And over on the audio version of the podcast, as you've probably become familiar with this whole thing, over at sw7x7.com/iTunes, or wherever you like to listen to audio versions of podcasts, well, I'll be doing Last Jedi trivia over there, so do check that out. For now, it just remains for me to say thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you wherever in the world you may be.